Worth a game, sports edition. This is something we never done. We never in the history of $1 million worth of game done this, but this is something very special.
Yes, it is.
Gil got a DM, and how did that go, Gil?
I got a DM, right? It said 7 dots something. You know I tapped.
Worth a game.
Come play with the best.
How do you feel, Mom, knowing that your son is going into the hands of Coach Brown, who's a coach, a father, a mentor? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, first, he has been in each position. He has been the son, he's been the athlete, he's been the coach, father. So I feel relieved. I feel more like it's home.
And let me just say,
yeah, we coming, but the birds, well, they still humming. YouTube family, we got some primetime news and some Colorado Boulder problems. Deion Sanders sensationally reversed his decision to keep 5-star recruit Cormani McClain on the bench after ripping into the defensive back. Even amid their slide in form, meaning losing all those games 4 in a row, Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes has been one of the great many stories of the college football season. They started the year with 3 consecutive wins before they were blown out by Oregon, and Colorado has experienced a roller coaster from there since then. They now sit at 4-6 after losing those 4 in a row. The basically top-ranked defensive back in the recruiting class of 2023, McClain sensationally decided to spurn the Miami Hurricanes by committing to Sanders and the Buffaloes. However, opportunities have not come often for the 19-year-old, and he was blasted by Sanders for his poor approach to the game.
We got some play. He had some decisions to make, and
so you could have won anywhere.
Anywhere
you chose to go. Starting next year, 2023, this semester coming up, who will you be playing for?
I'll be going to Colorado.
Huh? Who? You going to University of Colorado? Oh, not the Buffs. Oh, he's going to the Buffs. Oh,
you see what's going on?
Coach Brown, you did it 2 years in a row.
2 years, Coach Brown.
The Buffs.
We got some.
Now, many people, not just naysayers, even people like me who follows primetime and follow Colorado, we all feel that Cormani is leaving the program. There's no way he's coming back after doing that big recruitment and doing all the aspects of it. Now, before I get into explaining why he's leaving and not coming back for the 2024 season, his recruitment was not the only biggest one that they've had. Everybody soon to forget, Travis Hunter one was a spectacular one as well, because not only did he commit to play for primetime at Jackson State, but it was historic because of the position and where he would go to.
That being said, I got 3 guys. Everybody know I'm committed to Florida State, but this will look real good too, but that ain't my choice. This will look real good too, but I'm gonna say that for later. I don't like this one. It fit me well, but that ain't who I want to be. It's always been on my mind. But check me out, Mom. Throw me that hat.
And not only was Sanders able to recruit and get Cormani and Travis Hunter at the same time, Travis Hunter also committed to where Deion would leave, which would be in Boulder, and he did this famous recruitment video and asked people to get him to 100,000 subscribers overnight, and he would let them know and inform them where then would he commit, and that would come no other than Boulder, Colorado.
I did what I said I was gonna do. So I'm signing right now. And your boy is officially
committed.
Your boy officially Buffalo.
Get back right there.
Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Going on in the... But anyways, yeah, y'all know what time is going on. Y'all know what time it is, man. Hey,
Prime time.
Yeah, prime time, dime time.
Now, after barely seeing the field during the first weeks of the season, Sanders was asked why Cormani was being left out the cold. He publicly outlined where the defensive back was going wrong, and he went in full detail with this. Primetime said, "Want to play this game, desire to play this game, desire to be the best in the game at practice, in the film room, and on your own free time. You do know I check film time from each player upon the week so I can see who's preparing. That's not just about Cormani. So if I don't see that, you would be a fool to put somebody out there who's not prepared. Won't do it." Now, Coach Prime is already in a situation where he replaced his offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying, already in a bad situation, and replaced him with Pat Schumer. Now, when you look at the situation, they also lost Winston Watkins, the cousin of Jalen and Sammy Watkins, who has lineage of star potential receiver in his blood. This receiver is the #1 player in Florida right now, and he decommitted from Coach Prime and the team right after he's seen a lot of these situations going on. He doesn't believe Coach Prime will still be here by the year of 2025. He claimed that's the reason he kept his options open by decommitting, so other teams can speak and talk to him. He can have more options available at any given notice. Now, I understand what Prime means when he says study and prepare. Sanders said be on time for meetings, show up to the darn meetings, understand the scheme, understand what we are doing as a scheme. But Prime has to be careful with this. When Cormani got to you and went to your organization, he was entrusted into you and believed this was all about family. It was a family key decision, he told us.
Like him, it's the whole family that put this together. It wasn't him by himself. It was days where it was hard for him. It was days when they try to figure out things, because we come from a place that the world forgot about. We come from the bottom. And when you come from the bottom, you need people that can relate to that. When you say, I'm gonna pass my son off, I want him to be in great hands, because we come from a family tradition. We come from extraordinary people that went through extraordinary struggle. So sometimes when we ready to pass our children off, we got to pass them and put them in hands of people that understand that struggle. And, so...
Inheriting Cormani is a gift and a curse, because you're going to have a lot of 5-star recruits and 4-star recruits, top echelon star receivers or skill players of all the assess are looking at this right now. They're looking at the promises that were made. They're looking at the leadership that was made. No matter how much we love Deion and we love Colorado, we have to be honest. These things are publicly being announced. These things are having the players to be ridiculed, to be feast and free play amongst the pigs and vultures out there waiting to pick apart and lower their values in the NIL deals. Because right now, Cormani is not seen as a star recruit anymore. He's not seen as talent. He went to Colorado to be part of Prime and be the next Hall of Famer.
What made you choose Colorado?
He was the best DB, so he is my inspect where I'm at now. I play corner, so I would want to go to Jersey too, where he at in his position, his shoes in the same place. I want that too. Come play with the best.
How do you feel, Mom, knowing that you're...
Now, Cormani had impressed against USC, but was swiftly benched by Deion Sanders. On Saturday against Arizona, Sanders finally put McClain back in the starting lineup, while the Buffaloes fell 34-31 to the Wildcats. McClain will be pleased to give basically back his coach trust. He wants to win his coach trust. If you ask me, the 5-star freshman has had a very strange start to his college football career. He responded to Sanders' public lashing with a breakout performance against the USC Trojans, but poor play in the first quarter against Arizona State, his first start in college football, basically saw him benched, where he remained for the losses to Stanford, UCLA, and Oregon State of all things. Despite the difficult last few games, Sanders has captivated the college football world in 2023. The Pro Football Hall of Famer was brought to Colorado to turn the Buffaloes around, as the team's 1-11 record in 2022, and it was the worst since 2012. Even with Colorado's boasting a losing record, Sanders had certainly turned the program around. The 4-6 Buffaloes travel to face the 1-6 Washington State Cougars in their next contest on Saturday, November 18th. And I'm gonna say it like this: if they lose that game Saturday, then you would have to look at the Prime situation as not a failure, but an underachieving situation, because I'm not acting like they're supposed to go undefeated. If you support this team, you have to be honest. They have lost games that they should have never lost. Whether you think it's a plant amongst them, a Judas amongst their circle, or whether you think players are not working hard enough, there are ways that Deion Sanders went about a few things that shouldn't have been publicly, because now this might start a domino effect of other recruits leaving. We shall see in December 24th, when recruitment is opened up, how many people will have left after the things that have transpired during those outings and situations at Colorado. Look, I'm all for this team to win and succeed and exceed or whatever, but you took that young man to your position on that team. You brought Cormani along for the ride. You gave him the glitz and the fame. So to do this publicly and bash the kid the way you have, I'm not out here to cry foul or anything like this. I'm from an era where this is cupcake, you know what I mean? But that's why I'm bringing it up. This is not our generation of football players. These are new group of entitled players who have been given everything. So now that you have accosted this young kid and said the things you have said publicly, will that tarnish his reputation? Will that hurt his NIL value, valuability, or whatever you want to call it? What will happen for the next group of recruits who are coming in for the 2024 year? Will they look at this as Coach Prime being a prima donna coach? What I mean by a prima donna, I don't think he's one, but he gets all the attention because of who he is. Will other players look at that as something that can hurt their value as far as going to the NFL as well? Because most of these kids could care less about Hall of Fame talent teaching them. They really believe, since they were in Pop Warner days, that they're the best of the top echelon of their class amongst their peers. So I don't think it gives them great news to go to Colorado when they're seeing the things going on. I root for this team. I'm for Deion Sanders, but we have to call out the things that are needed to be called out. Look, you guys tell me in the comment sections how you feel about all this. Do you think things are going to come crashing down? Do you think recruits like Winston Watkins is correct about Prime leaving Boulder in 2025? Because there's a lot of gossip and things going on out there right now, and I think we can just stay tuned and I'll keep you posted. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment sections, because there are going to be people there that are mad, but I'm non-biased on this platform. You can like somebody and tell the truth at the same time. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. Oh yeah, one more thing. It does matter whether you're biased or not. There's a lot of YouTubers and content creators and media people out there who don't like Deion Sanders and Colorado Buffaloes, and they're unfair and biased. But at the same time, there are also supporters of Colorado who are content creators and media personalities and journalists and celebrity personalities who are very biased for Deion and Colorado Buffaloes, meaning that they refuse to be honest about things that need to be critiqued. Therefore, when guys like me, who have always been a proponent of Deion Sanders and the young team that he coaches, but soon as we speak not even against them, we speak on some of the things that needs to be spoken about, we're criticized and we're vilified. Listen guys, to support somebody is to be able to tell the truth about their situation. We all can't go around being yes men, and what's going on in Boulder right now, it's very alarming. And if you don't think so, then you are part of the problem. I want to see prosperity amongst Boulder and Deion Sanders and those young men. So I will continue to tell the truth. As much as I champion Coach Prime Time, I will be there to negate the facts and tell the truth when it comes to these formal criticism that we're doing right now, because 90% of this video was me vindicating and giving praise and homage, but the 10% is telling the truth, and that's what makes you a real journalist out here.